Hello, everybody. This is Temtem. Wink. I lied to him, Rhapsody.
Is this the April Fools? Are we April Foolsing them?
Oh yeah. When is this going out?
STP.
Not April Fools.
Lisa, it's 3 days from now. 3 days from now in press time.
Okay. Well then, it's not April Fools. What's the best April Fools you've seen? Do you have any that you think of? Any companies or whatever that have done April Fool's joke that you think stuck with you?
Come to think of it, I honestly don't know if I've ever seen a good April Fool's.
Yeah. It's fair.
I've only kind of seen ones that I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like all the big ones, the ones you'd be more aware of are, you know, usually corporate run, and they're all kind of just like, yeah, we know you didn't rename and give you, we know you're not now the International House of Burgers.
Yeah.
You're not gonna rename all of your signs. We know that McDonald's is gonna put
that on
M up W and call themselves WookDonald's or anything like that. It's not gonna happen.
Was iHob actually on April Fool's?
I don't think it was. No, I think that was just like a really good advertising campaign. And I say really good because everyone made fun of it, but guess what? You'll know that they have burgers now.
IHOP has burgers. And now everybody watching this knows that IHOP has burgers.
Which is the whole point of this episode. By the way, we did want to mention that we are sponsored by IHOB for this episode.
IHOB, yes. Yes, please. Please, we get commission $1 per burger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know it seems a little bit hypocritical to tell you to eat IHOP burgers when I don't eat meat, but do it anyways. Don't question it.
Use our referral code, the ihoboys.
Exactly. The wholesome boys build an IHOB.
Mm-hmm.
We've changed the series.
I mean,
exactly.
How's this, like whole grain boys? Is that anything?
Oh, that is something.
It's something. We just need to figure out what that is.
I feel like you have to, since it's not like, I don't know. Yeah, that could work.
You ever have an idea that you're like, this is content. I just have to figure out how it's content. Is this a tweet? Is this a short story? Yeah. Is this a poem? Is this a video?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. And they're almost all the things that I think of, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is something, and then I forget about them by the next day.
Yeah. Because you're too busy enamored with another new thing on that day. I get it. Exactly. Sometimes I'll have like a shower where I just think of 50 different ideas. Like my brain is just running at 1,000 miles an hour and I'm like, that's a good idea, that's a good idea, that's a good idea. I gotta write all these down when I get out of the shower. Get out of the shower, I'll sit down for a moment and go, okay, time to write them down. Oh God, what was any of the stuff I was thinking of?
Yeah, you go and you write it down and you're like, and it's just like icing on bread.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, that exists.
I just invented a finger bun.
Exactly. Add cinnamon. Oh shoot, it's a cinnamon roll. Make it a corporate trade. Oh, it's Cinnabon. I just invented it.
And then use this as an anecdote in a joke. Oh no, I already did that too. Dang it.
Dang it. Already done. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man, indeed. Well, hey, guess what?
No.
No. All right, fine. Moving on then.
Tell me what.
No, we're moving on apparently. What do we want to do?
I didn't want to guess because I thought we would get to the answer quicker.
No, that's not how that works.
Because I'm so interested.
See, the problem is now there's enough expectation behind it that nothing that I could say short of the return of Jesus Christ would fill up to it.
I am just asking you to blow me away. What's
so
hard about that?
Jesus Christ did return. Blessed be his name. I mean, I told you it wasn't going to live up to the hype that you put behind it. It can't.
I mean, did you invent Cinnabon again?
No, not recently.
not again. Then, quite frankly, snoozer.
Yeah, exactly. I only invented it the first
sleeper. Yeah. So how do we get a lot of money?
These jars got to be jiggling constantly. Is one way to get a little bit of money, but also, like going down into the mines and getting your minerals and then selling some of them, like your gems, oftentimes as well, can be a big way to get that done.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and pick up some food.
That is a good idea.
A good idea.
A good. I gotta go and kill a squid kid or something like that. I think they're down on the.
You have to kill a squid?
Yeah, because it's a monster, squid kid.
Squid
They're the. I think that. Whoa.
It's in Splatoon.
Damn. Linus is just booking it. Hey, what? Speaking about Splatoon, did you see the? You did, but I want to know all of your thoughts on it, and I also want to know the actual name of it. The new. The battle royale with 8, and it's like a ninja game that Nintendo is now doing. Announced it in the direct, I think.
Oh.
It looks a lot like Splatoon.
I didn't actually watch it, but I did see. I will now. I watched because they did it overnight. Like I woke up and it was like there was a mini Nintendo Direct. Mm-hmm. And you know what else was talked about in that mini Nintendo Direct and why I didn't have time to watch? Exit the Gungeon.
Oh.
That's when they shadow dropped Exit the Gungeon, so I didn't have any time to look. And I totally missed it. I was too busy panicking all day.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But it looks like it's made by the Splatooners.
I don't know if it's made by the Splatooners. It might be, but it looks very Splatoon. It kind of looks like, as in, like, Splatoon was Nintendo capitalizing upon the success of a genre within their own parameters through a third party. Yeah. This seems to be the same.
And this is also?
Yeah, it seems to be the same for battle royales and kind of like action games.
I mean, I suppose if Splatoon's anything to go off of, it's going to be a slapper.
Yeah. Gonna be a banger, a slapper, a drop, a hit, a bop, baby.
A brain tickler?
You best believe it's gonna tickle those folds.
Mm-hmm. Get them. Oh no! Stinking bat. Stinking dirty bat.
Splatoon's very good.
I like colors in my video games. A lot of times. And Splatoon is all of the colors.
It is extremely colors.
It is some of the most colors that I think I might have seen. Second only to Katamari, which is colors incarnate.
Can I say that this new game I'm talking about? Colors. Stonks and stonks of colors.
Blue?
And it's like an 8-person battle royale as well, so it doesn't feel like an overcrowded, like anxiety-inducing mess.
Rhapsody, you need to answer me.
Yep.
Is blue in the game?
Oh no, actually, sorry, no blue. I checked the whole game.
Red?
There's a little bit of red. Just a touch. I think there's some red on the title screen. The rest of it's all magenta and cerise.
I mean, they are colors.
You're not wrong. When I said it's all colors, I mean, technically.
All games are all colors. Each game is made up exclusively of colors.
Well, I mean, you've got your Zork, which is on a black DOS box with white text. People
black
would.
Is all the colors.
I know. Wait, isn't white all the colors and black is the absence of them?
Black is a color by being no color. It's all the colors in a reverse way.
Okay, I'm on board. I just wanted to protect you against the possibility of people saying, oh, adventure games had white and black, and they're shades, not colors, because that was always the thing in primary school, was like, oh, what's your favorite color? Black. Black isn't a color, you idiot!
Yeah? Look at Google, dingus.
Let me quickly go and invent Google. Google would have been around at that time, but we were all kind of like using dial-up still.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was like anyone's second nature at that point to go and check Google yet.
Yeah.
Do you have like a discernible timeline in your head for this is before Google and after Google? Is there a BG and AG time for you?
Not really. I don't. I mean, we had a home computer. We used it to. I mean, I don't know. I can't really. I don't have a great memory. Just in general, for one. Two, I guess I don't remember Google specifically. I think I was just more enamored by all the, like, the Flash games that I could play, and stuff like that, and everything that was being being developed right then. So I guess I was just like, Google, learning everything in the universe, and don't care.
So was cool math games, was Newgrounds, or Congregate your haunt?
Ooh, I mean, I went around. I think I probably spent the most time on Congregate between those. I mean, there was times in my life where each of those were the one that I spent all the time on.
Yeah.
Also, Armor Games was one?
Yeah, I didn't spend much time on Armor Games, but I saw their logo pop up at the start of many of the games I'd play.
Yes. Armor Games was another one that probably second most time spent on. This is, of course, just not even talking about Neopets or
of course,
any of the things like that. Not even mentioning.
I can't even get to my old email address so that I can get into my previous account so that I can finally go back and feed my loop, because I know he's there. He's still starving. I
know. I hate knowing. And you can go to the page. You can go to the page where you see the Neopet. And they're frowning.
So, did you have the same like crisis I did, where they started introducing badges to Neopets that you could get for doing certain actions on the site, and I'm wild for that stuff. At the time, I was very much like a full completionist collector. TF2 actually disabused me of that, because TF2 started introducing like, oh, pay for this $70 game in pre-order and you'll get a hat, and I was like, fine. And I did it like 2 times, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm dumb. I'm never gonna be able to get all of these. So that kind of like killed my collection's tendencies. But I had that still when I was playing Newgrounds, when I was playing on Neopets. And there was a badge for posting on the forums, and the forums would only let you post if you were above 13, confirmed. But to confirm that you were above 13, you needed to get your parents to fax in their signature on a certain printed out form. And I didn't have a fax machine, and no one I knew had a fax machine, and I couldn't convince my parents to sign the form. Like, this is a permission slip for me to go and hang out with adults on a forum. Yeah. Why do you want it? There's a badge. It's for a badge, exactly. I didn't spend much time on the forums. I feel like I wasn't ramped up in my completionist tendencies at that point. I have them to an extent, but I guess not yet at that point. I think I was like all over the place. My attention was like, I don't know. I couldn't be bothered to sit down and 100% anything. I didn't 100% games until I got the PlayStation 3. I didn't 100% games. What was the game that made you 100%er? The first game I think I actually 100%ed was Borderlands. I think. The first Borderlands. And that was before the DLC came out. The DLC came out, and then I was like, no. I was like, I don't need to go. I 100%ed that, and then I went on a kick. I 100%ed like Uncharted, maybe Uncharted 2, Bioshock 2, and Dragon Age Origins. Like I remember I went on a kick with all those. And that's like, I was like, okay, I care about this now because there's trophies. Those are all games that are like, oh, right. Okay, yeah, okay, getting the trophies. I was wondering like how by what metric are you 100%ing these? Because I know Dragon Age Origins has so many different origins for each of your characters and different paths. Yeah, I didn't Dragon Age Origins, I didn't do everything you can do in that, because that would be too much. But I played a hell of a lot of it, and I don't remember much. I'm sure there was other ones that I 100%ed around that time, but like, yeah, I feel like until I had like achievements, I think I might have 100%ed Dead Space too. Maybe that was the first one. I don't know. But
Yeah, I didn't really care until then. I was like all over the place. I was like, if I beat the game, I beat the game, and that's it. And I think I was like bad enough at games where that was hard enough to get my money's worth, or my parents' money's worth, one of the two, depending on the time.
For me it was largely also like a making the games last, kind of stretch them out.
Yeah.
And also, like, just a trait that I held at the time and continue to hold. I just love getting the game and then figuring out everything about it and just going super deep on the game.
Mm-hmm. And then starting your series.
Exactly. I mean, you know this as well. But I'll mention it for the audience. Like, oftentimes I'll like play between 10 and sometimes up to 40 hours of a game before I start a series on it.
And then a lot of times don't even get to that point.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't. And I think I would like to, in a way. Like, I would like to. I like to go in feeling informed, but like, I don't know. At the same time, I know people like, I would think that maybe my videos would be better for it, but at the same time, I don't have the time to do it, and there is something to be said for raw reactions and raw learning as well.
That definitely
I know
is.
A lot of people say that, like for example, like one of my videos I scrapped. I'm doing the Beat the Gungeon series, picking up every item. One of the videos that got trashed, I picked up my second to last gun that I needed for full completion. And that's people don't get that reaction anymore. It's just gone to the universe, and that's a bummer. That's a big bummer.
It's less like a stylistic thing for me as a choice of a thing that I want to do than it is I am just permanently terrified that I'll start playing a game and then by episode 2 the comments will just be like all, oh my god, you're missing this, and you're missing this, and you're missing this. And then I get to episode 20 and I have to make a long apology about, okay, like, give me a time. Which is why, like, at the moment, Monster Train, I didn't, like, practice a lot off camera. But I'm starting to experience that a little on Monster Train already as well. And I'm like, oh, man. Like, I feel like I've accidentally gotten you used to me being very familiar with games. So, like, people watching me learn a game frustrates some people. And obviously, if they don't have access to the game at the time, especially considering that game is currently in a beta period, it can end up in like a lot of people trying to vicariously play the game through backseating. So I always feel I need to be like a step ahead by trying to just be better at the game than anyone reasonably watching me, but than anyone who would flame me.
Yes.
So I don't know. It's a thing I'm taking.
It can happen anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's a curse. I think there's a blessing and a curse with the fact that because I always think that like it's no surprise our channels are in similar like zones of games we play. Gasp but you skew more to the strategy side. I skew more to the faster paced action side.
Yeah.
And
that's fair.
There's benefits and and negatives to both, and I think the negative to the strategy side is, unfortunately for you, a lot of times there are moves that are obviously better than other ones, and they have all the time in the world to see them.
Yep.
And for me, it's like I have to be just completely mentally on, have enough energy to dodge everything in all the things forever. But there's no, if someone's like, oh, you did bad here, it's like, I know that because I died.
Exactly. It's like
so most people don't bother to say it.
You can't say, you silly, you should have chosen to dodge. It's like, what?
Exactly. You should have dodged here. Like, nobody's going to where if you misplay on a turn of whatever, Slay the Spire, and you take 10 extra damage, there was a clear way that you could have not done it, maybe.
Yeah.
Where in Enter the Gungeon, if you went into my comment section and you're like, at 1432, you should have dodged to the right. Everybody's going to tell you that you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like for trying to comment that, because it's just like, yeah, he didn't want to. He didn't want to not dodge that way, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think there's benefits to both though.
Oh, definitely.
And I like both. And I wish there's definitely a lot of days where I wish I skewed more towards strategy so that I could like. It's a lot more cozy, and it's less stressful in a heart pounding way, unless like it happens. It does happen to where there's turns where you're like, oh, okay, I really need to make sure everything gets done right, and it can be stressful in that way. But like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you were knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I was trying to go into the mine
squid?
so I could get the squid kid, but unfortunately I just got mobbed by people and died. Am I going to lose a bunch of stuff? I think I'm probably lost a bunch of stuff. 2,400 gold!
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine. Is that the only thing, like, all the stuff that we have growing right now is going to be enough to complete our bundle, right? It's just we're getting money?
Believe so, yes.
I think we're getting to the point where if we're not, we are screwed.
I believe... No, I believe that's right.
Okay. I can't read still, and I will not until the end. I'm
So this is like the whole goal of the series is just to learn you how to read.
Learn me how to read. We're gonna stop the series. The finale. It's gonna cut out at the end, where I'm gonna be standing outside of the wizard's tower, and it's gonna be up to you whether or not I went in after. It's an ambiguous ending.
I'm into it. I think one of the things that, like, sorry to digress, but I think one of the things I really appreciate about doing the more strategy type games is it gives me space to just talk. Like, I like the ability to just say, all right, the game's on pause for a second. I want to talk to you about something else. Yeah.
Where if you do that in, I don't know, Enter the Gungeon, people would be like, stop.
Yeah.
Just go back to the bullets flying. Like, I'm here to see the action. You pause. You pause the action. It interrupts the flow, and that's something. The flow of strategy games is really fun because it's you can dictate the pace.
Yep.
Where like you can't really dictate the pace. If you try to dictate the pace in a lot of other action roguelikes or whatever, you die.
Definitely. I mean, I think it's only like more recently as well that I've started doing more strategy heavy than anything else. Because like for a really long period of time, I was doing Isaac, Enter the Gungeon, Isaac and Enter the Gungeon at the same time as well. Actually, Atomic Rhaps is like an example of more recent series. Obviously, Dark Souls is quite fast as well. Yeah, I honestly don't know what resulted in that change, but I do feel a lot more comfortable with that at this point in time.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed like maybe you were trying to have variety, and then when it seemed like maybe when Gungeon went away, it was like Atomic Rhaps. Is that the only other action roguelike you've played since that? Am I missing something? Undermine. Dead Cells?
Yeah.
You played Dead Cells
on
your channel?
Twitch?
Oh, on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, on twitch.tv/Rhapsody Plays.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot.
I have to mention that because I'm going for partner. Sorry, by the way, I actually have an announcement to make. I've officially been denied for partnership with Twitch. Oh, yeah!
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what? When?
Just a couple days ago.
Okay.
I applied and they were like, nah. Keep going. Come back to me later.
I mean, I think the very next time you apply, you're gonna do it because I thought I was kind of confused because I know you need 12 days streamed in the last month, and at that time it didn't seem like you had 12 days streamed. I imagine that's literally the only thing.
No, I did. I had 12-day streams.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I was doing 2 weekly as well as the Reto and Rhaps, so that's 3 over the course of a week singular, and then adding in the extra one for Monster Train gave me the ability to apply.
Oh.
But yes, big announcement. I'm very excited to announce that I've been denied by Twitch.
Well, I think that they'd like. I'll be honest. I think that they deny basically every first one because they're like,
yeah.
And whenever if you apply the second the path to partner unlocks, I think they always deny you, and they're like, wait one month. Pretty much always.
Yeah.
Pretty much always. They're like, apply again in 1 month, and you'll probably get like, kind of. It's like, and I did the exact same thing. I was like, I got it. Let's apply right now, now, and then the same exact thing happened. And on the second application, I got it because they're like, let's just see. Because they don't want people to just like try really hard for 1 month, get partner, and then stop. Because they want it to be special. And I think that's literally just it. Like honestly, maybe if you waited a week or two to apply, they might have said yes just because your numbers are so good.
I see. Who knows though? Who knows?
Exactly.
I cannot get stuck in an if and when. But anyway, this is a celebrating moment. I finally got denied.
Yeah. I guarantee, like, I can guarantee if you, as long as you have the number of streams the second time you apply, I will be baffled if they don't say yes.
Fingers crossed. Fingers hard crossed, especially considering I'm streaming way more recently. Again, at Twitch.tv/Rhapsody.
Excuse me, did you say something a little bit loud?
Twitch.tv/Rhapsody. That's where I'm doing a lot of the streaming recently. Yeah, no, I'm honestly not down about it. Like I expected to be denied like the first couple times. So right up until I get denied for my 5th time, I'm not going to take it personally.
Personally?
Oh yeah, no, at that 5th time, I'm like, damn it, Mr. Twitch himself hates me.
Yeah, Johnny Twitch. He's a smelly man. I don't know. I feel like they don't even look at your channel until the second time. I swear they just like the first time they just look at your stats. The second time they look at your channel because they just have too many. They have too many applications to look at. They just have way too many to look at.
That's definitely true. I mean, but also like the applications. If you've done the path to partner, apparently your applications go to the top of the list, and then you can apply without having done path to partner. Apparently. But I guess that's probably for like media personalities on other sides who are like, I have a giant following I want to bring over, but I have to be a partner first.
Yeah. I think that it's very uncommon. They like extraordinarily urge you against it, and they put the application process for doing it that way like in like the deepest, darkest hidden corner of Twitch. It's like you gotta do some Google snooping to find that application email. I know because I tried. I'm excited. Be like, yeah.
Plus, there's also like no reason that I won't be able to hit the limit again because it is the quarantine period. The quarantine streams, exactly. I've had so many people come in and say, I didn't know that you like. Are you going to be talking about the Islamic faith? Are you going to be like reading the holy texts? Because they read it as the Quran streams. And I'm like, but it's a pun. I was like, I understand how it's misleading, but Quran is also not spelt like that.
I wonder what percentage of the people do you think came in hoping that it was that? And are very confused when they get there and this man's playing Monster Train.
I mean, there were a few people who were like, I think I was wondering whether or not you'd had an about face about religion. There were a few people who were legitimately curious that I might actually just be reading the holy texts on twitch.tv/Rhapsody Plays, but no.
In between turns. Yeah. Well, maybe that's going to be the next episode of Stardew Valley. We'll see. We'll read. Whose intro was it? Me?
Yeah.
We'll read from all the books. Every book we find, we'll read it out, holy or otherwise. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you.
How are you going to do that? You're illiterate.
I will try.
Sound it out.
Try.